and good morning, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Thirsty Thursdays. As you can see, I just woke up and I want to go ahead and start this episode off with the Bible verse. I will be coming from the book of Matthew, and the version I will be reading is the NLT Bible because I actually like this version of this verse better. All right, so what we have for you is Matthew chapter 6, verses 22 to 23. Your eye is like a lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is filled with light. But when your eye is unhealthy, your whole body is filled with darkness. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. Now I want to read this last verse, this last portion one more time because this really stuck with me. And if the light you think you have is actually darkness, how deep that darkness is. My prayer today is that God searches my heart and if he finds anything that is not like him, I ask that he takes it away. Amen. In this week's episode, I will be showing you how I condense my normally 2-hour makeup process down into 30 minutes. So we're going to start off by brushing our teeth and washing our face. We brush our teeth beforehand, that way none of the toothpaste or saliva gets, around our mouth. So we're going to start off brushing our teeth. Now, there was a debate on that Instagram page, Spiritual Word, and the topic in question was, do you do your hair first or do you do your makeup first? For me personally, I think it makes more sense to do your hair first. That way, you apply your hair products and then you can remove the excess. That way, you have a clean canvas to do your makeup on. Now, if you were to do the reverse, where you did your makeup then the hair, if you're trying to lay your edges, you're just going to smear your gel all into your makeup, and that isn't going to look right. We are now beginning our makeup application process. I will start by applying my primer. It is important that you do not skip this step. Primer protects your skin from the damaging effects of makeup, and it also helps your makeup to last longer. After I apply my primer, I start filling in my eyebrows. I like to define my arch and just do a little bit of shading at the front of my brow. Not too much because my eyebrows are already thick, but just a little bit so that if I want to take a photo with the flash, it does not look like a gap of missing space on my eyebrows. This is my Morphe M165 brush, and this is how I achieve the desired shape of my eyebrows. Right now, I am going in and shaping my eyebrows with my LA Pro Girl concealer. I feel like it is worth mentioning that I have tried other concealers in the past. For a while, I used the ColourPop No Filter concealer, and then from there, I tried the NYX concealer. I've tried the Juvia's Place, but the LA Pro Girl, it's an oldie, but a goodie. Now I'm going in with the fluffy eyeshadow brush, and I'm kind of blending out the harsh lines, but I still want it to be a defined line, so I'm blending it out, but I'm not blending it out to the point where it's not a defined line anymore. Now I'm taking that same light brown color that I used to highlight my eyebrows, and I'm just going to highlight my under eyes and go ahead and set my eyelids with that. I always try to make sure I get that under eye blended out nice and thin, because if the concealer is thick around the under eye, it's going to cause more creasing, and we don't want that.
Right here, I am just taking a paper towel and I am removing the excess product from my foundation brush because I'm about to use that same brush and go in for my foundation. Now this is the kicker, and this has actually been the reason I have been able to condense my makeup process. I don't know why, but using concealer as foundation is so much easier than trying to properly blend out foundation. I'm not sure of the science behind it, but this has helped me to move a lot faster. As you see, the concealer is very blendable. I use that same LA Pro Girl brand, but I actually found a concealer that was my skin color. So I just use that as my foundation. My phone actually stopped recording for a few minutes, so it did not capture me blending my foundation onto my forehead or my nose, and then also getting my contour done for my cheeks and my nose. Now I am taking my Juvia's eyeshadow palette, and I like this orangey looking eyeshadow, so I dab that on as blush. If you try this method, be careful not to apply too much eyeshadow because eyeshadow is significantly more pigmented than actual blush, so you can easily over apply. I have this Milani bronzer that I like to wear in place of eyeshadow whenever I'm rushing. It's close to my skin tone and it just gives me a nice shimmer. Now I'm just going to blend everything out on my eyelids. So I usually try to stay away from eyelash glue. I never use it anymore because it does tend to pull out my eyelashes. I now use these actual eyelash strips to apply my lashes, but this particular day I just felt like putting on glue. I'm waiting for my eyelashes to get tacky enough for application. I had every intention of filming this eyelash application, but I guess I did not make it into the camera, so yeah. The style of these eyelashes is in the style Grace. If you are interested in these lashes, I will leave the link in my bio. That way you can purchase it if you would like. I always set the middle of the lash in place first, and then I will go in and set the outer corner of the lash in place, and then I will set the inner corner of the lash in place. Initially, when I applied this eyelash, it was not tacky enough, so I gave it a second for it to dry, and now I am actually placing it where I want it to set. This is the finished look. I started at 9:47 and I finished at 10:19, so that's 32 minutes. So if I had not been recording, it actually would have been under 30 minutes. And this is after I styled my hair and got dressed. So I just wanted to check back in and do another update. The time is now 11:11. I did not purposely plan to do this video at 11:11. I just wanted to update you guys and show y'all how the concealer method worked for me. So this happens every day because of the way I wear my hair. My little eyebrows came off a little bit. Really don't care, but yeah, it's really been like 13, maybe even 14 hours since I did my makeup this morning, and it looks good.
the concealer is nice because it's a thicker formula, so it doesn't really go anywhere. So that's great. It's a little bit of, I don't know what you would call this, spillage, feedback. It's a little feedback going on, but not too much. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you have any suggestions on what you want to see next week. And y'all have a good evening and be blessed.